Go swimming and not get wet. Hi, let's go gamble on a sugar bet. Let's go swim, let's not get wet. Let's go gamble on a sugar bet. Baby, get out, don't go yet.
Today, we're going to look at this. This is a Frontier Mark I, built in Huron Park, Ontario, after production of Frontier chainsaws moved from Trail, BC to Huron Park in 1979. By this point in time, they had changed the fuel tank to this more upright position rather than the old flat fronts like were on the previous saws. They still had the bosses here for the old mount where the AV saws were, but the AV mount on these was different. The back of the handle here on the side covers is also a little bit different. By now they've gone to a rubber mount in here. So let's take this apart a bit. We'll have a look at a few of the inner workings and what's a little bit different. First, we'll pull this air filter cover off. And this all in here, the way the choke and everything works is all the same. It still ran until it's an HU carburetor. Let's pull the bar and chain off. Still a 1/4 28 bar stud. But all inner workings in here are the same. Still had this manual oiler with the pressure oiler in the tank, which was mediocre at best. These at this point were still points ignition. You'll see the secondary wire that runs around down under the flywheel. They went to a plastic trigger here rather than the old metal one. The rubber's actually missing out of the back of this saw, but they had a rubber mounted on the back of this handle. Just a second, I'll grab one. It looked like that there. It just sat over here, and then the side covers rested into it, kept this a lot more rigid. But that's kind of all there is different about these saws here. By this point in time, they also made a chain brake version. This is like so. This is a little bit newer saw. As you can see, the decals have changed. These ones had TML, it was Trindon Manufacturing Limited. The serial numbers on these had moved from on the side cover to on this rear handle. That's about all the differences in them. The 34cc saw. Yeah, and we'll put her all back together. This rubber has to line up. I think there's still a little bit in there. In these grooves. We're going to leave this old broken rubber in, so it'll still do the trick. Same as the others, if you were planning on leaving this together for a long time, a bit of blue Loctite on these screws is greatly beneficial. These also, they drilled a hole in the side cover on these. It goes up towards the fuel tank vent. It helps with the air. it's all back together. Now, if you want to see any more info on the difference between these and the older saws, you can watch the video on the 1973 version. And as for the chain brake, I have a video on tearing it all apart and its inner workings. They were the same as the saws right up through till the 330s and whatnot. That was Pioneer Partner after they quit using the Frontier name. But guess that's about all I have to say for these. And see you next time.